Good afternoon, everyone.
Hey, good afternoon, Andrea. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good, good, beautiful. Okay, everyone's pretty much here. All right, so let's get started. So we're doing letter writing this week. Does anyone remember what type of letter did we do last week?
Informal.
Informal, beautiful. And this week we are going to do formal letter writing. Let me quickly share the screen with you all. Okay, so I want you all to go to module 11, IELTS preparation. Okay, everybody. So module 11, IELTS preparation, and then general writing task 1 letter. So in letter section, so the first thing that we are going to do is we'll watch the video. Okay. So just quickly, does Jaya, do you have access to IELTS or Ellie?
No, I don't have.
Okay, so let's quickly look if we have the same link in eNews or not. No. Okay. What if I share the link with you in the chat box? Would that be okay?
For now, yes, but
Yeah. For later on, I'll actually you know. How do I? Do you see it, Ellie? Haley?
Video letter writing or not?
Yeah, video letter writing. Yep, that's it. So yeah, the one you, so if you can see my screen, the one I'm pointing at. So this one, writing email and then number 1. Video.
Yeah, I find it, but just I have the second one, not first one. The letter
You'll have to
writing.
refresh it. You'll have to refresh the page.
Okay.
Because I just added it.
Today we're going to be talking about
Provided your reason for writing. Is that the second one just for writing?
Second one's just for writing, yeah.
learn how to end your letter.
So you will have to refresh the page from this arrow, round arrow thing. Top.
As was mentioned in tip
Ellie, this one. Just like what you did in the previous class.
That will help us begin and end our letters
Let me
correctly.
know if it works.
First of all, we should learn functional phrases for closing formal letters. We will have a look at some examples in a minute. Secondly, we should learn functional phrases for closing informal letters. The reason we do this is so we have the correct tone.
You can see it.
Okay, those who finish watching the video, I want them to work on this particular exercise that I have on my screen. So this is just learning the vocab that you can use in your informal letter. And so you have some sentences here and some blanks, and you have the words given to you on top. Okay, so there's 8 blanks, 8 words. And those who finished watching the video will try to do this exercise. Okay. And if you're not familiar with the meaning of any of the words, just let me know. Hi, Mohammed.
Teacher, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Good. Thank you, teacher. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, Mohammed. Good. Mohammed, everyone's pretty much watching the video for the letter.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's in both EMUs and IELTS. So they've kind of finished watching it, so maybe you can watch it
Okay.
later. Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it and then I come back. Yeah.
Okay. You can do that, or you can just watch it later. Whatever works for you. Whatever's
Okay.
easy. Yeah. Because it'll be there, so you can just watch it at home later.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. So if you guys have finished watching the video, let's get started with this exercise. So this exercise is just to make you familiar with some vocab that you can use in your complaint letters, so which we are going to work on today. So formal letters and formal vocab. Okay. So just try to, so there's just 8 blanks. So maybe 5 minutes for this. Okay, so you have a choice. You can either write your answers in the chat box, or we can just discuss these later once you finish. Okay, whatever's easy. Let me know when everyone finishes.
I'm done.
Done? Good, beautiful.
You're done.
Okay, good. Everybody else, maybe let's just take 2 more minutes and try to finish it, and then we'll do the discussion. And you should also know the meanings of these words. If you don't know the meanings, we can just, so I'm happy to write the meanings here if you want me to. Okay, so by the time the others are finishing, can someone tell me the meaning of acknowledge? What is the meaning of acknowledge?
Means aware.
Okay,
Something
okay.
It's similar to aware.
Similar, yep,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Kind of giving reply on the matter.
Giving a reply. So instead, I would say to recognize.
Yeah, I think that is better.
Yeah. There's nothing better or bad. It's just, yeah. So
No, I mean, it suits the word.
yeah,
so
yeah,
that's why.
that's it. So we can say to recognize the fact or truth, whatever it is. Good, good. How about immediate? You will have to use this vocab when you write your letter today. So the meanings need to be clear.
Sudden.
Okay. Immediate means
Sudden.
sudden.
Quick.
Okay. Or
Soon.
sorry.
Soon. No.
Soon. Okay. Immediate or
Rapid.
sorry.
Rapid. Rapid.
Rabbit.
Rapid. She means.
Rapid. Okay, I was thinking rabbit. How did rabbit come in? Okay. Okay, we can say that. So rapid is more like quick, and immediate is right away. Straight away. Yeah. Good. Yep. So you can say that. So we can even say instant or instantly. Okay, good. Hazard. What is the meaning of hazard?
Danger.
Danger. Good. And hazardous?
Risk.
Okay, so danger or risk. Good. How about hazardous? Same thing? So it's dangerous. So when you have to use the word dangerous, so instead, in formal letter, we will use hazardous. But so if you want to use danger, so instead we will use hazard. Okay. Rest of it is, I think, fine. Okay. Proceed.
Go on.
Go on. Okay. Or carry on or move forward. So any of these. Good. And rest of the words are clear. So rude means? I don't have to write the meaning. So rude is when someone's not, respectful.
Impolite.
Impolite. Good. Beautiful. And so faulty is when something has.
When something is not working. Something is broken.
Yes, good,
Working
beautiful,
bad.
Mohammed. Yeah, so something is not working, there is some problems, there is some defect.
Yeah.
Good, good, beautiful. Okay, now the answers, everybody. So let's start with, so first blank, Kiran.
Yeah, it's immediate action.
Do you
So
mind
it
reading the
is
whole sentence for me, please?
It is important that you take immediate action.
Good, good. Did everyone get this answer? So first answer is immediate. Okay, Jason, second answer, just one blank.
Acknowledge by responding immediately. Please acknowledge the importance of this matter by responding immediately.
Okay, good, good, beautiful. Everybody just keep checking your answers. Okay, good, Jason. Vincent, did you want to do the next one?
Yes. Your secretary staff was rude and disrespectful when I contacted your office.
Beautiful, well done. Andrea, did you want to do the next one?
Okay, the equipment is faulty and is, as a result, hazard to having the class home.
Good, beautiful. All right, who would like to do the last blank?
Proceed.
How do you wish to?
How do you wish to proceed with this matter?
Beautiful, good, good. Well done, everybody. So now this exercise was basically to get you familiar with the vocab. So this vocab is, you will be using this a lot in your, so when you practice writing a letter of complaint. So this was just to make you familiar with this vocab. Okay, any questions, everybody, before we move on?
Okay, sorry, teacher. I don't know.
Yes,
I lost everything here. The first is immediately.
First is immediate.
Because for me, is every word is new and.
Yeah. That's why I wrote down the meaning.
Difficult for me.
Yeah. So
right.
Number one is immediate. This one.
Okay.
Number two is acknowledge. This one. Why is it not highlighting? I'll send it to you in the chat box. Lida, is that fine?
Okay.
Yeah, that would be easier. But if you want to note down the meaning, so maybe just take a picture of it.
Yeah, I write everything.
Oh, okay, beautiful. Good.
I need to use my translator and to explain in my language because I don't understand.
Okay, and you will have to take the picture of these blanks as well because you don't have it in your portal. So in eMuse, it's not there in eMuse. It's just for IELTS. Just take a picture of it and I'll send you the answers in the chat.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, everybody. So now moving on to the lesson. So quickly, Laveen, can you tell me how many steps are there and which are those steps when you write a letter?
Steps.
How many steps are there when we write a letter?
Not sure about the steps, sorry.
Okay, no problem. It's okay. It's okay. Does anyone know how many steps are there and what are those?
8 steps.
8 steps.
8 steps. Beautiful. Number one?
Opening.
Good. Number two? Beautiful.
Idea 1, idea 2.
Good.
Request.
Okay. Request or suggest. Beautiful.
Number 3, info.
Okay, so number 3, info, and then after that it's
Suggest request.
Mhm.
Number 6, signal class.
And then closing.
And
Signal close.
closing and
Signal closing. And the last step is
signature first.
signature. Beautiful. Yeah. So just these, so these steps are very important when you write a letter. It can be, so it can be for general English or IELTS, whosoever is writing it. And it can be any different type of letter. And this is kind of a structure, format of writing a letter. So if you miss any of these steps, it would be, an error. So just remember there are 8 steps and these are the steps. Okay, Levine? So you have this in your worksheet, which is
Got it. Yeah.
in the,
Actually, I saw that, but I mean,
you were not sure.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, no, that's fine. All good. Yeah, but it's very important to keep this in mind whenever you're writing a letter. So from now onwards, whenever you practice writing a letter. All right, so now after this, so formal and semi-formal letters are quite similar. So Jason, can you tell me what is the difference in formal and semi-formal letters?
Oh, okay. Formal letter is mostly write to a organization or job application, whereas semi-formal you can use it to write towards your work colleague.
Okay. So work colleague or sometimes even your manager if you know the person. And so formal letter basically is when you don't know the person who you are writing the letter. So you will basically be writing, just sir and madam. You won't be writing the name there. But in semi-formal letter, do we write name, Jason?
Semi-formal. Let me think.
Dear.
No.
Dear.
Dear the manager.
Everybody. So in semi-formal letter, do we write the name of the person?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Good. So we just write dear and the name. But in formal letter, it's just dear, sir, or madam. Okay. All right. Good. And how do we close the semi-formal letter and formal letter? So yours.
Yours sincerely.
Yours sincerely in semi-formal or formal?
Semi-formal.
Good.
Yep.
Yours sincerely is in semi-formal, whereas yours faithfully is in formal. These might look, very small things, but they matter a lot. So this is part of the grammar. So if you write it wrong, you lose points. Okay. So it's very important to keep the difference in mind when you're writing different type of letters. Because the vocab would be same for semi-formal and formal. So there's no difference in that. It's just, the starting and the finishing. So basically beginning and the closing. All right. Okay. So now we have a few, this one's too big. Here. Okay. So you have some examples here, or you can say sample here. And so the first thing that you have to do is when you get your question in front of you, so you always have to read the question very carefully, and there would be bullet points. So in your letter question, there would be a few bullet points. So mostly there's 3 bullet points. So you kind of have to address each and everything in your letter. And so as soon as you have your question in front of you, read it. You might have to read it a couple of times because it can be, confusing. So the first time you read it, you might not be able to understand it completely. So read it again, understand it, find the keywords, and So before you start writing, you will have to plan everything. So, plan basically everything what you're going to write in your letter. So just like essay, you will have to write a few ideas. Okay. And then later on, write it, and always save a minute or two to edit your letter. So you can say edit, you can say revise, or you can just say, proofread. So yeah, so we always plan first, then write, and then revise at the end. Okay, you have to follow these steps, because if you don't plan, you straight away start writing, so you'll be wasting a lot of time. And if you don't understand the question carefully, you might go off track, which we cannot afford to do, especially for the IELTS students. Okay, so informal letter, you will have to use the formal vocab. So you cannot use basically any of the phrasal verbs that we use in our day-to-day lives. Okay, so instead of carry on, you will have to use the word proceed. Okay, so that's just an example. So last week we kind of, wrote the synonyms for the formal vocab into informal ones. But this week it's just about formal vocabulary. Okay, and the sentences, you can just use different type of sentence structures. That would be fine. And yeah, so this is given here, everybody. So in case you miss anything, so everything is written here. So the closing for informal letter, lots of love, much love, regards, any of that. Semi-formal, yours sincerely, and formal, yours faithfully. Okay, and this is the signal close, which you can use, for both formal and informal and different types. So there can be any different. It can be question. It can be, it can be complaint. It can be suggestion. Any of that. So you can just use the signal close always in any of the letters, except for informal. Okay, clear, everybody? So after this, we have a sample letter. And let me see if there's another topic here. Okay, yeah, so there is a sample letter, everybody. If you want to just read it, get an idea how you have to write it. So this is the sample letter, and it's there in your respective portals. And after that, once you finish reading it, get an idea. And after that, I want you all to read. Yep.
Yeah, I have one question regarding semi-formal and formal. Like suppose if question says that you need to write.
You've learned.
Use the expressions
you've learned from the class. You were sold a holiday package by a travel agency. You experienced a few problems on the holiday. Write to the agency in your letter. Introduce yourself, mention the problems
or
situations, make a suggestion.
Good, beautiful. So this one is information 1, information 2, and suggest or request, information 3. Okay, so this is the main steps for your letter writing. Otherwise, the starting and the closing, it's the opening or the closing is pretty much the same. You can just memorize it. But the middle part is important. So these 3 steps: information A, B, and you can say information C, or you can just say suggest or request. Okay, is the question clear, everybody?
Okay, always write the next to next. Is that first introduction yourself, myself?
Yep.
Second one, I'm making suggestions.
Yeah, so we will. So the first thing that you have to do is introduce yourself. That I am, my name is this and this.
My
you know,
details.
yes. So
Yeah.
details basically.
Yeah.
And then after that, you have to tell what the problems were.
Okay.
Okay. So in detail that you know, I booked so-and-so holiday package and there were some issues, and you have to give details of those problems, of those issues. And then the third step would be making suggestions, how they can improve, how they can make it better.
Okay.
Okay. All right, everybody. So let's quickly think of a few ideas that we are going to write here. And we'll do a bit of discussion. And yeah, we still have 15 minutes, so we can try and write. So I won't get you to write the opening and closing. We'll just write this these 3 steps. And so there are some phrases which you can use in your letter writing. So if you look here, so opening of complaint, opening and complaint. So you can just write any of these sentences, you know, whichever you prefer. So the meaning is the same, but it's just different sentences. And then when you're describing the problem, so you can use these phrases here. So these are formal phrases. Okay. And for explanation, you can use any of these, not any of these, you will have to use more than one. And, you know, and after that, suggestions. So to suggest, you can use 1 or 2 of the phrases. Right? So try to use these phrases in your writing. And now quickly. So 5. Okay. So I want you all to not write the whole letter, so but just send me the step 3, 4, and 5 in the chat box. So basically just addressing these bullet points. Make sense, everybody? Jaya, Andrea,
Okay.
got it? Yeah. So because we don't have time to write the whole letter now.
Yeah.
Okay, don't worry about the opening. Don't worry about the closing. That's fine. So you can see it here. So I just want you to write these 3 steps and just put it in the chat box. Okay, so I want to check the grammar. I want to check the ideas. So content, grammar, and vocabulary. Lida, all good?
Ah, yeah. Yeah, I was checking. Okay, for example, I'm Leida, and this is the first things, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it.
I'm writing to explain.
So just like this one here, Lida.
Mm.
My name is Lida, and I am, you know, so-and-so. And then after that, you will say, I'm writing this letter to complain about. Okay, so just read this sample letter. Okay, everybody. So just one more thing, because this is, so what tense are we going to use in this letter?
Past.
Past. Yes, Kiran. So what happened here? So in the chat box, you've written services are not, and so you're kind of using present. So instead, we'll just say services were not of the quality which we were promised. Okay. Yeah, but I think, yeah, by mistake, but so yeah, you'll have to be careful with the tense. Okay, we had booked. So not we have, but we had booked, or just say we booked. You don't have to use have or had there. Okay, facilitations while traveling. Okay, Loveen, so when you use traveling, it's either traveling by train or on. It's never in.
Got
Okay,
it.
so with public transport, we always use on. So on the bus, on the train, on the plane.
Hmm.
On the plane. Is it on the plane? I'm not sure, but on the bus and on the train, definitely.
Yep, it's on the plane, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, yep.
I think these are the words which I usually lack while writing it.
Yeah.
Like on the and all the things.
And this is very important.
And
They change the meaning. You know, big grammatical error. Okay. Jason, a few months ago, Jason holiday package. Good, Jason. Jason, with did, what form of verb do we use?
Thought of past. I thought I put a past there.
No. So when we use did, so with did, do we use the past form afterwards? So with did, we always use the first form of verb, the agency, as it did not fulfill the promise.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so with did, always, whenever you use did in your sentence, so the verb, you have to use the first form of the verb after that.
Okay, so how
Yeah.
is this separated with the agency?
I did not go, I didn't come.
The agency did not. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
fulfill. Yep, that's it.
So I cut the S off.
No, ed. So fulfilled instead of fulfilled, we'll just write fulfill.
Oh, no ed. Okay.
No ed. No.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sure. All right.
All right, everybody. Good effort here. Bit of explanation and substantial refund on my recent booking, as I generally hesitate in asking.
No, teacher, thank you.
Any questions?
No.
All good? Okay.
No, thank you. Thank you.
All right, everybody. So have a good rest of the day. And yeah, I'll see you all, some of you in the next class and some of you tomorrow. Okay. See you, everybody.
Okay, see you.
See ya. See ya.
Yeah.